Hey, what's up out there? It's Yanni. Another comic haul here for you. Got some hot books, ton of books. It seems like I'm always behind, so let's go quick here. Up here I have Wolverine 2 and 3 from the limited series. This is just a great series to have. I got these off of Craigslist. The guy had them for 40 bucks for the two on for a couple months at least, and he wasn't moving them. And I offered him less, and he said no. And then finally sent another one. He said, "All right, let's do it." So I got these two for 15 each. Which, if you hunt around, if you hang on eBay long enough, you can get them for that plus shipping probably. You're gonna pay 15 plus shipping. These are really nice copies though. I'm really happy with them. Probably be very fine to near mint for 15 bucks each. Is this limited series doing anything in my opinion? Not immediately, but it's only going to continue to get increase in value. Wolverine's so hot. These have hit a level where, retail these are 25 bucks, and I don't see any reason why they would drop below it. There's just so much Wolverine out there now that these will hold their value, I think, and only go up from here. So definitely pick these up. If you can get them for 10, pick them up for sure. A couple more books here. Let's see. Like I said, I got a ton of books. This is from a local comic store. This was the first time that I had stopped in this store and picked up some nice stuff. I got a Marvel Premiere 51, which is the first Black Panther solo story, I believe. Got this. He had it rated as a VG, $1.25. I mean, I'll take that. And I looked at it. I mean, it's the only thing I really see is that it's the pages are pretty yellow. It's got some spine stresses, but other than that, I mean, Marvel Premiere 42, Tigra first. This is her first book in Marvel Premiere. Nothing, it's not her first appearance or anything, but still another good book to have. 35-cent cover. This was a find that I got for 3 bucks. The only thing I saw was some spine stressing. Felt like that was good. So I had a VG and a fine. Now here's what the comic shop owner, gave a very fine. And this one should be on your radar already. Paid 4 bucks for this. Amazing Spider-Man 16. First Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeaux, woman Captain Marvel. Amazing Spider-Man Annual 16. 4 bucks. And again, this one, it's cool to look at all three of these like next to each other. I wish I had the time to show you them all. But it shows you how temperamental grading is. I mean, between these 3 books, I got a VG, a fine, and a very fine. And I mean, between the VG and the VF, there's some differences, but in the middle there, it's very, it's ridiculous to think that on a good day somebody will give it a great grade or a bad grade because they're having a good day, and the opposite way around. That's why I hate getting books slabbed, because you catch somebody on a bad day and they'll be like, I hate grading books. I'm gonna give this guy a bad grade today. Anyway, that aside, check this one out. Teen Titans, which they have a ton of first appearances in this series. 21, which is first appearance of Brother Blood, who is in Arrow, the TV show. So this book is kind of hot right now. And this, when I saw this as a VF near mint for $4.50, and then the reason why I really picked it up, I mean, I was gonna get it for that price anyway, but check this out. No, don't be distracted by that. It's not because of the introducing Night Force by Wolfman and Colin. It's this. See if we can focus on that. Probably not. But this is autographed by George Perez inside, which for $4.50 for any near mint book I would have paid that, especially this one. I mean, I could sell this for $4.50 no problem, but it's also signed. Whatever. I mean, signed books without being slabbed anymore are as good as the paper that they're written on, but I've been wanting a George Perez for a while, signed, and I couldn't pass this up. Really cool book. Glad I got it. Also, put that one on your radar because for $4.50, $4 for near mint. Avengers 196, you should already know about this. Taskmaster, first full appearance. He had this one as a BG fine for $3.50. I mean, I don't even see any spine stresses on this thing. Maybe one right there. I don't know. This guy grades pretty tough, obviously. This comic shop owner. I'll take it. It works to my benefit. Check this out that I got for $6. When I took it up to the register, he's got some kind of codes that he uses where he knows what is in the book. And he's looking at it and he goes, I don't know. What's the first appearance in this? Oh, because he knew there was a first appearance because he has a code on it. He said, oh, this is Groot. If you saw my last video, I think it was in my last, where I had the Where Monsters Dwell #6, which was a reprint of the first appearance of Groot. This is his second appearance, Incredible Hulk Annual #5. This is a fine, graded a fine that I got for $5, and you know, as I said, this guy grades pretty strict. I'll take this all day long. So this is Groot's second appearance, gonna be in Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, this is probably gone in most shops, but I'm happy I got that. Next was, went to a flea market mall, like an antique mall, and there's a guy that has a comic shop in there that I saw off of Craigslist. Again, I mean, Craigslist, I don't hear people talking about it much. I don't know if they don't look on there, but there's always good stuff on there. So this guy actually had a reputable shop in an antique mall. Ton of books, not priced spectacular, retail price for the most part, but I found some stuff. This is DC Presents #90. This is the first appearance of Captain Atom in DC. And you can see Firestorm, there's Captain Atom. Captain Atom was in, you know, under various publishers, and this is his first DC presence. I got that for $2. You can probably find it for that. I mean, it's a nice book to have. Picked up another Wonder Woman 7, first new Cheetah, first modern Cheetah. How about this? Batman Confidential 18. Hard book to find. This is part 2 of 5 of Batgirl and Catwoman. And any of these books, so this is 2, so it'd be 17 to 18, you know, 22, 23. They're all kind of hard to find. And they're, you know, this one I paid $2, but I had been looking for it for a long time, and it's a really odd book, this one, 18. If you open it up, it reminds me of Vanilla Sky when he goes to the costume party. Basically, that's how the first half of the book is. So it's got a little controversy and a little sex in it as well. Rima, Jungle Girl #1. You might have seen the Shiana, the Marvel counterpart. This is Rima. I paid $5 for this. This is their first issue. It's kind of hard to find, and this one's in great quality. I mean, all of these women characters, this one isn't as popular, but it's kind of it's the DC counterpart to the Marvel. So it's a cool book to have. Her face is a little creepy on it. But as they say up here, is she beast or human? I don't know if that was intentional, that they like put her face in half like that, or they're just trying to make it look like a shadow. Batman 612, got that for $5. Great copy. Very popular book. Jim Lee, Superman, Batman for $5. I mean, I can't believe this one was still sitting there for that, because you're gonna pay 15, if not more, for this. Also, I had to pick up this because I didn't have it. Amazing Spider-Man 200. They had about 3 copies of this, like, scattered throughout in different places, and they range from 18 to 25 bucks. And this one I got for 18, and I mean, it's really nice in my opinion. I don't really see any issues with it. Great book to have. Helps me with my Amazing Spider-Man collection. I would get this anyway for 18 bucks. And the shop owner came in, luckily, while I was there, and I said, hey, can you help me out on this at all? He's, I'll give you 20% off. So, and he gave me 20% off all of these. So, you know, for this one, I got $3.60 off, you know. Awesome. I'm lucky. I have a ton of places around where I live. And here's another new place that I went to. So those first two both of those were the first time I was in these stores. Both of them, one's about 10 minutes away, one's a half hour. This place is a half hour away. This store was awesome. Incredible Hulk, $2.55. This is kind of an upgrade to the one that I showed last video, I believe, versus Thor. You know, it's not the best copy. You can obviously see the left side that there's a big, you know, it's not centered very well. But I paid $2.50 for it, and I'll pick that up. I mean, it's a cool book to have. Thor and Hulk. Walking Dead 108. This should be on your radar. $5. First, Ezekiel, who could become a major player if the TV show goes that far, decides to continue in the direction that the books are going. And I mean, it's kind of current, but for $5, you're not going to find it cheaper than that, because everybody's putting $5 on anything Walking Dead. So I was glad I found that. Another super new radar book. Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 19. I paid $3.50 for this. This is the first appearance of Alistair Smythe, who created the Spider Slayers. Now, he was just announced this week to be in the new Amazing Spider-Man movie. He's going to be played by B.J. Novak, awesome character from The Office. It'd be interesting to see how he does with a serious role. He was the one that dated the Indian girl in the TV show The Office. Really cool book for $3.50. Well, I don't know if it's going to do anything, but for $3.50, it's worth that. You know, there hasn't been anything put on it yet. That's how much you would pay for it. I don't even know what the story is. I mean, is that Mary Jane in Spider-Man's costume? I don't know. Next up, Batman $6.55. I can't believe this one was... When I went in this guy's store, he had he had some boxes of stuff, obviously new stuff on the wall, and some of the stuff in his boxes wasn't bagged, and I said, well, how much are these? I was hoping he's going to say $1, but he said, oh, those are cover price. And this one was in there, luckily, and this is the first appearance of Damian Wayne. Should have this on your radar already. I mean, it's a $20 book. Batman $6.55. So I paid $3 for it. This is a newer one you might have seen if you watch other people's videos. Detective 510. This is the first modern appearance of Mad Hatter. Got this for $4. I mean, it's a great copy. It's, besides a little bit on the left that you can see the white, I mean, I would say it's very fine plus. And it's just it's a key that people aren't onto yet, I would say. So definitely a radar book. Amazing Spider-Man 430. Can't believe this was the type of shop this was. It's like the guy has 200,000 comics, but he probably only has 2,000 out front. He has like a whole warehouse. And this was out front for $3. This is the Carnage story, 430. He didn't have 431, unfortunately, which is a really cool Carnage as like the Silver Surfer. But this one is a radar book for sure that has already been inflated, and low print run, low for Amazing Spider-Man, kind of hard to find. This is the first one I've ever seen in the wild, let alone for $3. Heck yeah. Next up, so this guy has a ton of comics. This is a super radar book that's just blowing up right now. Avengers 181. This thing is going on eBay for $40 to $50. This is the first appearance of Scott Lang, who is the modern Ant-Man. Who Ant-Man will have its own movie is scheduled. So this is Scott Lang's first appearance. This was still sitting in his boxes at this store for $4. Awesome book. So happy I could find this, because this is one of those books where people have been sleeping on it and you're just waiting to come up somewhere, and there it was, $4. I haven't even seen it out because people have snatched them all up before they could raise the price on them at stores. And to go with that, so he had this out front with like the 2000 that he had. And he said, "Are you looking for anything else? I got a ton in the back." And he showed me into the back. And I said, "Yeah, there's some books I'm looking at." And this was one that I actually bought. Marvel Premiere 47. This is like the first modern Ant-Man. And this book as well is going for 40 to 60, if not more, 40 to 75. This one is probably like a very fine minus, only because it's got a little bit of issue at the top, but other than that, I mean, this thing is, yeah, it doesn't even have any spine issues. He had 25 on it. He ran in the back and said, I gave him some books, and he brought out the three I gave him. So he has pretty much whatever you ask him for. And this was the one that I felt had the most return value on it. I'm going to keep it for myself, but he had 25 on it. I said, "Hey, can you do 20? He goes, "Yeah, I'll do that." I mean, this guy he's such a collector, and he just has so many comics that he's like, I would rather see this go to a collector than to go, for a reseller who's going to put it on the internet for $70. Wait, did I say I could triple my money? Maybe no, I'm just kidding. And then I also got this Amazing Spider-Man 316. He had 15 on this in the boxes out front. I said, "You know what? Since you gave me a good deal on these, throw this in for 10 and I'll take it." And he said, "Yeah, I can do that." I mean, this book is just amazing. It's probably one of my most favorite covers. Maybe because I've been looking for it for so long. But this book here is $25 on eBay, or if you're in the store, if you can find it for $25. He gave it to me for $10. Just the cover is awesome. Just the purple, the background, just bringing you in. Like Venom just ran up on Spider-Man and slammed him. McFarlane Venom, total modern key. As far as the McFarlane Venom, this is probably second to number 300. Alright, let me see if I can run through these other ones real quick. This is also a local shop. Went through their dollar boxes. Marvel Team Up 95, first Mockingbird, first like inner costume. Merv Pumpkinhead, Agent of Dream. This is from the Sandman series. His first appearance was in Sandman number 5, I believe. And then this is his own book. Got that for $1. I mean, this is a little bit thicker. It's got a bound spine on it. Ultimates number 1, just because I knew I could find one of those eventually if I waited. Thor 411. I paid $3 for this, I think, and I was like, "Oh, this is a great deal." First New Warriors, they're getting really hot. This book's getting hot, but then I noticed it had a little bit of a tear on the back at the top staple. Still a great book for $2.50. You know about this one? So that Thor 411 should be on your radar. This as well. Fantastic Four 21. I did show this in my last book, but it wasn't the variant. I had the variant last time. Now I got the regular issue, kind of the first Marvel Zombies. This I paid $2.50. The corners are a little dinged on it, which I tried to talk to the guy. I said, "Hey, can you do anything on these?" And he's like, Actually, I paid $2.75. He's like, "It's only a quarter over cover." No, I can't. And I'm like, I would have bought another book if he would have lowered it, gave me something. So 22 is the second part of that. And then of the zombies, Hulk 449. This store has had this sitting in their box since I've been going there a year ago, and finally decided to pick it up for $5 because I can't find it any cheaper on eBay. I figured I would find this somewhere for $1. First, Thunderbolts. This is incredible to me that this is only a $5 book, because the Thunderbolts have their own series with over 100 issues, and they're in the new Marvel now. How is this only a $5 book? I don't know. I'll take it all day long. I'll buy them up. If you got one for $5, I'll buy it. And finished out at the store with that one, Avengers 195, the first cameo of Taskmaster. He had this rated a 9.0 for $8. And I looked at it, I said, 9.0? Sure. Don't. And then I got home and saw, oh, somebody wrote 3-5 on there. I don't know. Other than that, I mean, it probably would have been near perfect. There's some issue on the spine there with some ink, but you know, that's one you should have had on your radar as well. So, thanks for watching. Ton of awesome books as usual. I mean, that one right there for $10. Go out and get it. Come back soon. I got a ton more books to go through. Keep trolling them dollar boxes.